Good morning, guys. All right, so today we're talking about love. And you guys see that I got two bowls sitting up here, right? Okay, so this bowl is going to represent somebody else. Pick a friend, maybe mom or dad, a cousin, whatever. That's who this is, okay? And this it is a sponge. But this is going to represent you and the love that you can give someone, okay? So what do you think is going to happen when I squeeze this out? Water's going to come out. Do you think it'll fill the bowl? Yeah? You think so?
No, it won't fill the whole bowl.
Not all the way? What do you think? Not very full, right? Do you think I could have gotten any more water out of the sponge? Let's try. Let's see. Oh, maybe a few more drops, but not that much, right? All right. Now this bowl, same person that you thought of the first time, that's this one, okay? This is still us and the love that we can give, but this is what happens when we use God's love, right? So what do you think is going to happen this time? Yeah? So now if I squeeze the sponge out, we still get the same amount of water, right? But I can dip back into God's love and give that person more love. And when I run out, I can do it again. And again. And what do you guys think is going to happen when it gets to the point where the bowl is full? Then what? It's going to leak out, right? Then Miss Steph is going to make a mess, isn't she? But do you see the difference? When we only work off of what love we can give to people, we're never going to fill the bowl, right? We have an amount of love, but it's easily exhaustible, right? It runs out and then we can't give any more. But when we use God's love, His never runs out, and we can keep giving love to people and giving love to people. And now I'm going to back up because it's running over. And we can give them all the love that God can give us, right? And it never runs out. I don't want to keep getting wet. So, our dinosaur devotion today, which is written by Michelle Metlock Adams, illustrated by Denise Turu, and published by Tommy Nelson Publishing, we're talking about love, but we're also talking about this dinosaur over here, who is the Hypsilophodon. And I made sure that that was going to be pronounced correctly. So, the Hypsilophodon was a smaller dinosaur, and he was hard to catch, especially because they weren't alone. In fact, scientists believe that they traveled in herds, mostly for protection against their enemies, the hungry theropods. They looked out for one another and warned each other of danger. That helped these small dinos survive in a land of much bigger predators. That's other animals that wanted to eat them. We can learn from these dinosaurs and their protective nature. As Christians, we should look out for our friends and family in this same way. We should be quick to warn them of danger when we see it. But that's not always how we behave, is it? Sometimes we operate by the world's standard that says, if you don't look out for number one, who will? But that's not God's way. The Bible says in Philippians 2:4 that we should put others' needs above our own. It also says that we should walk in love and that love always protects. So how can you do a better job at this? You can start with something small, like allowing your friends to go ahead of you in the lunch line at school. That would be a great way to put others' needs before your own. And the next time someone says something ugly about your best friend, don't run and tell them. Stand up for them, but she doesn't need to know, right? Sometimes your best friend doesn't need to know everything that people say about them. Protect them from the mean comments and ask God to help you walk in love every day. So did you guys know that this Hypsilophodon, he looks kind of like he'd be pretty big over here, doesn't he? He's only 2 feet high. Yeah, but 6 feet long. And they would weigh about 150 pounds. And they're the only dinosaur to have cheeks. Experts think that they probably stored food in their cheeks when they chewed, kind of like we do. So our memory verse for today is really short. I think you guys can remember this one really easy. Ready? It's 1 Corinthians 13:7. Love always protects. Think you guys can say that with me? 1 Corinthians 13:7. Love always protects. One more time. 1 Corinthians 13:7. Love always protects.